Up YouTube? Doug here, TWT Bulls. It's a cold, wet, rainy evening. I have little Peony here. She's a year and a half now, just coming off her first litter. Little 5-month-old Preston, a little Merle boy, and then Pharaoh's out here chasing his ball. So we're out here taking a break. It's all wet and muddy and nasty weather it's been here. But I'm going to get you an update later this week on Bunny and her puppies. But I wanted to do a video because I see so much of this and it really drives me crazy. So what are some red flags I see that a lot of breeders and bullies and Frenchies are doing now that I don't like, that drives me crazy? So the two biggest red flags are the two things I see other breeders doing that drives me crazy. So number one is selling the dream. And I see this all the time, whether it be breeders trying to sell a stud fee or trying to sell puppies. It's like, if you spend this amount of money on my puppy, then when you eventually have a litter, you're gonna make more money. Or, you buy my puppy for $6,000 and then you have, 5 puppies of your own and you make $30,000. That kind of thinking where, like, if you use my stud or buy my puppy, you're gonna make money. To me, that's selling the dream, and it's a huge red flag. I mean, you don't know. A lot of times breeders, right, have a website, they have a social media presence, they have a built up clientele of referrals and of repeat business and people that trust their work over the years. So just because a breeder can sell a puppy for a certain amount doesn't mean someone else can, or just because a breeder is able to whelp and has a good vet and is experienced in having litters doesn't mean someone on their first time can. It usually takes years to build up, showing production, showing the kind of style dogs you produce and that, their health, their quality. A lot of breeders spend tons of time going every weekend to dog shows and networking and marketing. And so to say that, you buy this puppy for X and you're going to make Y, it's all selling the dream. And a lot of times I feel like that leads to the fads. You guys saw it with the Isabellas, with the Fluffies, with the Big Ropes. People are sold the dream. They think they're going to make all this money if they invest in this style Frenchie or this style dog. And it's almost like an ongoing Ponzi scheme of someone was sold the dream and then they have to sell the dream to someone else to keep it going, to make a sale. And it's just bad, guys. It's bad. My Instagram inbox has been blowing up with people with fluffies trying to get me to buy their fluffies for these dirt cheap prices. But like me, I want the real mini, the real short back, the real flat face, just features that most fluffies don't have. Or even if the fluffy has it, that they don't produce consistently, But selling the dream is huge. I'll never tell someone, you use my stud or you buy a puppy from me and you're going to make X amount, I'm looking for someone that are passionate about the breed, that, hey, you go to shows and show a dog off. I love that. You start your kennel promoting and stuff. I love that. But it takes time. It takes time to build up a demand for puppies that you produce. And it's not near as easy as people think. So selling the dream, and then, those kind of fads where people think they're getting into the money when they're not. That's like probably my most number one pet peeve. My number two is when, breeders have a female and they know, say it has long legs or long back or long muzzle or a temperament issue or a health issue, elongated palate, or some recessive issues. And instead of just pet homing it or taking a loss and not breeding it, people feel like every female they purchase, they have to breed. And I don't like that style of breeding where, I'll fix it with a stud, or I'll shorten the backs, I'll shorten the height, I'll do all this with the stud. Because everyone knows when you're breeding, you might get 1 or 2 pups that come out looking the way you want from the female that's maybe not built the way you want. But then you're going to get some in the middle, and then you're going to get some that don't look how you want, And then you're having to sell puppies that don't look how you want. Or even the one that looks how you want, it still has recessive genes that's not going to further on produce what you want. So people breeding, and I get what people say, there's no such thing as a perfect dog or no such thing as a perfect build. But man, in the bully and the Frenchie world, if your female's taller or longer or has, like an inch or inch and a half long tail, to me, it just shouldn't be bred. I don't care what stud you find, it shouldn't be bred, So that's my number two. Those are my two biggest pet peeves in the breeding world. And I see it go on so much. And I usually don't like to think about it, don't like to speak on it because it's just annoying to me. But I've seen, a lot of times during Christmas, people are buying puppies for Christmas. And I see these breeders hustling extra hard to make sales. And I'm just saying, if they're selling you the dream, trying to tell you how much money you can make if you invest in the dog, big red flag. Or if they're telling you, oh, well, the female might be this or that, but I'm fixing it with the use of the male, big red flag. So those are the biggest red flags and the biggest, pet peeves of mine that I don't like. Look at Peony here. That's a 1.5-year-old female, 1 litter, absolute fire. Look at that little girl. Girl is fire. So yeah, guys, those are the two things that annoy me the most. They really do. I'm going to be back later this week. I can't wait to show you Bunny's puppies that are Winston times Bunny. So Peony is Bunny's puppy's great aunt because she's Winston's aunt. Bunny's the mom, and these pups just have it. They have it so good. I'm so glad we're, looks like we are really going to keep a boy and a girl. And man, freaking awesome. I can't wait to show you the update on the Winston and Bunny pups. And appreciate you guys all for watching, for subscribing. I'm going to get some more videos out of our productions. And this year, I do want to take some of our productions out to a show probably. And it'll probably be these bunny pups, the brother and sister, I'll start bringing out to shows because they're next level. But again, thanks guys. Appreciate you all, and I'll catch you on the next one.